Welcome back, and joining us on the show now is Mr. Sabyasachi Ray from GJEPC. Mr. Ray, thank you so much for joining us. And first of all, with a good number, and for the month of October, when it comes to gem and jewellery exports, and within that, gold jewellery exports, cut and polished diamonds, lab-grown diamonds, everything is seen a strong percentage increase. Is November building up on that?
Manisha, if you see, everywhere there is a lot of positive sentiments, including, on our, of course, we are not round the corner, but what we have seen in October is a general uptick in terms of exports, in terms of diamonds, which has brought a lot of cheer in our market. But you have to also understand, if you remember last year in October, that call was given with regards to the import of rough diamond freeze and etc. So it can be a reason. We have to see how November and December go. We are very cautiously optimistic that we can say. We are also getting good feedback from the US market, what is happening. And also what we have understood is in China, the sentiment with regards to diamonds, which has grown negative, maybe in the beginning of the year or so, or the last year, it has, what we understand from our latest data is that it has grown neutral. That means the negative sentiment is out, it has grown neutral. And what we also believe is that it should start going positive. And also, if you have seen a lot of new campaign lines have come in US in terms of diamonds by De Beers, and more campaign in China is coming out by Chow Tai Fook and etc. In India also new campaigns will be coming. So we are very upbeat about the diamond. But the jewellery, in comparison, have done fairly well. I'll say that it is not fully well, but fairly well. Of course, the Middle East numbers are very good. And the US numbers are very neutral. So if you look at our seeds exports, it remain neutral. It has not gone down. So that way, though the diamond prices, to an extent, have softened over time, but still the diamond jewellery prices have not softened, and that has shown very strong numbers from seeds and also from India. So that way, if you ask me, of course, we are very positive. And also with the gold prices, what we have seen that in the recent, maybe in the last week or so, it is showing at least some sort of, softening. So all these factors together, I think it's a very good time for our sector going forward.
All right, that seems assuring. Mr. Ray, also, there have been a bit of a concerns about diamond resales, diamond certification within the Indian market. How is GJPC dealing with that one? And there have been a couple of meetings in Delhi as well. I mean, you were part of one of those. What can we expect from that?
See, one of the things, always you have seen, Manisha, that GJEPC always goes on the right side of the consumers. So we are the one who have always talked very strongly about hallmarking. We are the one when, if you remember, the undisclosed mixing was happening. We are the one in diamonds who have come out with specific guidelines, how we should go forward. Sure. We have come out with new machines, how the machine should be there. With Natural Diamond Council, we have worked. And recently also, what we have done, in our council, we have both components, the lab-grown diamond, growers and the manufacturers, and the lab-grown diamond jewellery manufacturers. We have a panel, and also we have a natural diamond jewellery panel. So both of us sat together, and we have come out that for Indian consumers, we should be also coming out with equal norms, what is there in US, which is called the Federal Trade Commission guidelines. Just like our Consumer Affairs Ministry, US Federal Trade Commission looks after their consumer interests, and they have come out with very strong guidelines how the lab-grown diamonds and the natural diamond nomenclature will happen. So we had started the dialogue with our Consumer Affairs Ministry, and what they have done the first stakeholder meeting. Based on that, they have come out with certain guidelines. One of the things what we have also pointed them out, that right now if it is diamonds, they have also concurred with the same. As per FTA guidelines, if it is diamonds without any adjective or prefix, it will be termed as natural diamonds. And if you are selling lab-grown diamonds, you mind lab-grown diamonds, you're not talking about synthetic diamonds, lab-grown diamonds, then it should come exactly in absolute clear terms, lab-grown diamonds together. So that is one of the things what has been agreed. However, based on the stakeholder meeting, to come out with nomenclature, they are forming committees under the BIS. Just like hallmarking, they will come out with very specific nomenclature guidelines So this is the first meeting based on that, whatever they have come out with the press note. In the press note, the top line in the headlines, they have made very correctly. They mentioned that lab-grown diamond should be mentioned as lab-grown, but somewhere that mixed up with synthetics and lab-grown, which they should not have done.
Well, that clarity will come. So a final question really, and this is about the Indian markets, and we know there are 48 lakh weddings, and this is not a new thing really, because we do see those amount of weddings happen perhaps every year. What is the kind of demand that you're seeing for the Indian markets now?
As I have told you that also with the recent gold prices as it's going, there's a lot of cheer into the market in the going forward into the marriage season. And you're right. Right now we had certain promotions in Bihar and etc. And we have seen some phenomenal things happening in the retail. So nobody has time to talk. So the buying season is going very well into the marriage season. I believe that the next 15 days, 20 days will be absolutely peak for the marriage season. And then again, it will start sometime from 20th December and etc. So this is how the season is. If you ask me how is the season is rocking. That much I can tell you.
All right, rocking it is.
Indeed, rocking 48 lakh weddings. That's some number. Mr. Ray, thank you so much for joining in. Manisha, thanks for joining in as well.
By the way, 48 lakh weddings over the next 34 days implies there's a wedding every 1.6 seconds. So by the time we've had this conversation, there are 8 or 9 weddings which have happened. So what we'll do is before the director says a few more wedding happens, we'll take a short break. Some more will happen during that break. On the other side, we have business lunch taking all the market action ahead.